You spend 4 to 6 of the most energetic years of your life sitting in university lecture halls. You study endless theoretical textbooks, memorize complex frameworks, and take out massive financial loans or invest your family's savings. Finally, you walk across a grand stage, shake the dean's hand, and receive a prestigious paper diploma. You step into the real world with high hopes, only to discover a harsh economic reality. The global job market no longer cares about what you memorized on paper. It cares strictly about what you can actually execute with your hands and mind. Higher education is undergoing the most radical disruption in human history. If you want to know whether a college degree is still your golden ticket to success or an outdated illusion, sit down, clear your mind, and immerse yourself in this masterclass on Speak English Now. Before we deconstruct the future of universities together, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with a student or professional who needs clarity today. Now, let us begin. Hello, and welcome back to Speak English Now. Today, we are engaging in a sophisticated analysis of an institution that has shaped global society for centuries, the university system. To evaluate the true value of higher education today, we must first trace its historical evolution and understand why it held such an absolute monopoly on career success throughout the 20th century. Historically, universities were the primary gatekeepers of knowledge. Before the advent of the internet and digital communication, specialized information, research papers, and expert instructors were housed exclusively within academic campuses. If an ambitious individual wished to master medicine, engineering, law, or economics, attending a higher education institution was not merely an option, it was a physical necessity. Furthermore, a university degree served as an infallible signaling mechanism for employers. When a candidate presented a diploma from a recognized university, it signaled to corporate recruiters that this individual possessed high intelligence, strong discipline, social competence, and the ability to complete a rigorous long-term commitment. Consequently, obtaining a college degree was universally regarded as the ultimate catalyst for socio-economic mobility, a guaranteed pathway into the middle and upper middle classes. As we navigated into the 21st century, the fundamental premises that underpinned the traditional university system began to crumble under the weight of technological advancement. The primary catalyst for this disruption was the democratization of information. The Internet effectively dismantled the university's monopoly on knowledge. Suddenly, world-class lectures, comprehensive textbooks, academic research, and specialized skill tutorials became accessible to anyone with a smartphone and a stable connection, virtually free of charge. Simultaneously, the velocity of technological change accelerated exponentially. Industries such as computer science, artificial intelligence, digital marketing, and software engineering began evolving at a pace that traditional academic curricula simply could not match. A university curriculum created in 2020 often became obsolete by the time students graduated in 2024. Students frequently found themselves spending years learning theoretical models that had already been abandoned by modern industries, creating a profound mismatch between university outputs and real-world market demands. Parallel to the declining freshness of academic curricula, another severe crisis emerged within higher education: hyperinflationary costs. Across many developed and developing nations, the cost of attending university skyrocketed at rates significantly higher than general inflation. Tuition fees, housing expenses, and academic materials transformed higher education into an exorbitant luxury. Millions of young adults entered the workforce burdened by astronomical student debt before securing their first professional role. This financial burden forced graduates to make desperate career choices, prioritizing immediate salary to service debt over long-term entrepreneurial risks or creative career paths. The ROI for many non-specialized degrees began turning negative, while specialized fields such as medicine, dentistry, engineering, and law maintained a clear legal and practical necessity for formal university training. General degrees in humanities or theoretical business often failed to guarantee employment. Society began questioning whether spending 4 critical years and tens of thousands of dollars was a rational investment or merely a societal habit. In response to these structural inefficiencies, global technology giants and progressive corporations initiated a quiet revolution in their human resource policies. Pioneer companies like Google, Apple, Tesla, and IBM formally removed university degree requirements from their employment applications. They recognized that some of their most brilliant software engineers, product designers, and project managers were self-taught individuals who had built their capabilities through online platforms, open-source projects, and personal discipline. Corporate recruitment shifted its primary metric from credentials to competence. Modern hiring managers increasingly utilize practical portfolio assessments, live technical challenges, and behavioral evaluations instead of scanning the educational section of a resume. If an applicant can demonstrate a proven ability to write clean code, design a high-converting user experience, manage digital infrastructure, or solve complex business challenges, their academic background becomes secondary or entirely irrelevant. Skill-based hiring has effectively created a meritocratic parallel economy where execution beats prestige. However, it would be intellectually dishonest to portray universities as completely useless artifacts of the past. While theoretical curriculum may face challenges, the holistic university experience provides intangible assets that digital platforms struggle to replicate. The first critical asset is structured networking. A university campus is a high-density ecosystem of ambitious peers, experienced professors, industry alumni, and corporate recruiters. The relationships, friendships, and professional networks forged in university dormitories and lecture halls often yield lifelong business partnerships and career opportunities that far exceed the value of the textbooks studied. The second asset is the development of soft skills and critical thinking. Engaging in face-to-face debates, collaborating on complex group projects, navigating campus leadership organizations, and receiving rigorous critiques on research papers cultivate essential human capabilities: emotional intelligence, persuasive communication, conflict resolution, and intellectual maturity. Furthermore, for professions that directly safeguard human life, such as medicine, surgery, dentistry, structural engineering, and aviation, the university laboratory and clinical residency remain irreplaceable. You can't learn how to perform surgery or design a suspension bridge purely through online video tutorials. Physical supervision and accredited institutional standards remain non-negotiable. Given this nuanced reality, how should an ambitious individual navigate their educational and professional journey in today's unpredictable environment? The most successful professionals adopt a hybrid approach, aiming to become what corporate strategists define as a T-shaped professional. The vertical bar of the T represents deep, specialized expertise in a specific hard skill, such as data analysis, clinical dentistry, financial modeling, or software architecture. This depth is achieved through relentless practice, continuous learning, and practical execution. The horizontal bar of the T represents broad general competence across complementary disciplines, such as psychology, persuasive communication, digital literacy, basic economics, and adaptability. If you choose to attend university, view the institution not as a passive factory that grants you a career, but as an active resource center. Use the university environment to build your professional network, master critical thinking, and secure early internships. Simultaneously, take full responsibility for your practical skill acquisition through self-directed online study, specialized certifications, and real-world side projects.
Never rely exclusively on your academic degree to define your capabilities. Chapter 7. Cultivating the Lifelong Learning Mindset. The ultimate lesson of the modern educational evolution is that learning can no longer be viewed as a temporary phase of life that concludes upon graduation at age 22. In an era dominated by rapid technological cycles and artificial intelligence, a static, lifelong career is dead. The skills that make you highly valuable today may become automated or obsolete within 5 to 10 years. The most critical meta skill you can cultivate is learning how to learn, the capacity to rapidly absorb new information, unlearn outdated concepts, and adapt your skill set to emerging market demands. Alvin Toffler, a renowned futurist,